Good evening, and thanks for joining me the debate day. Drew Visengal from Binghamton University and Christopher Kozak, and thanks for listening to this entire debate. So let's finish it up. Overview: I won this debate because he's proven my value is bad. It wasn't even addressed in the last speech. He didn't answer my arguments why ecosystem is more important. Has dropped the Rogers evidence, meaning it not only turns the negative case, but is the only impact in the round. He also lost a single impact, which means you vote right here. He addresses, they said, my first affirmative, the less negative, which is really because I only have 2 minutes of speaking time. You should be very skeptical of the argument's value. My value encompasses his entire case by treating animals as treating all things in an equitable fashion. This doesn't mean that we can't eat animals, but it doesn't tell the rejection of pure human perspective when addressing policy-making criteria and realizing that we all connect to solve this impacts. We would never go to war or risk any type of heightened conflict because we realize what it would do to and could do everyone. He says it doesn't matter, but it never says why. That's my coaching. Shelley evidence, my case. He's lost his debate on 2 levels because first he fails to prove actual results when animal testing has helped humans in more than one way than humans being killed than animals, which means he loses utility because he has failed to prove why humans are so much more important. My Rogers evidence states there's no justification for why animals are worth less and doesn't come back to affect humans. He says in the last speech it's because the reasoning was justify testing on infants and mentally disabled. This is the justification that matters, not whether we have decided to talk about humans, but we exploit it all through his framework. This means the negative case can never solve because humans will always be affected. This justification. This has been clear throughout the entire debate. In addition, my coaching 9 evidence states that all forms of repression are based off these principles. The Dred Scott decision said blacks were beings of an inferior order, and Nazi propaganda compares Jews to rats. His answer to non-response to the fact that we treated them and saw them as animals cross-applied the survival of the fitness, where the whites saw themselves as a superior species. He says that animals are animals almost 10 times, but this is not an argument. It would have been better to actually make arguments that they may be different, but that doesn't mean they can't reason. Negative case. The framework of the ethics doesn't matter. This is just like the slavery argument. Just because others agree doesn't mean it's okay. No minimalization makes it okay. The invaluable groundwork has never been explained. It doesn't justify the exploitation of animals. Can't win his economy. Britain has banned animal testing, but also the entire United European Union. His impact should have happened, but because the economy has actually increased, it hasn't explained its evidence at all by explaining any impact coming from beyond the extending evidence. And I didn't specifically address his emotion argument in the last speech, and I can see the debate shouldn't get emotional. We shouldn't look at the facts. We should just look at the facts. I wouldn't utter this still because we're still not treating them ethically. My first piece of evidence states that animals are tortured, but through animal testing by government-mandated testing, no amount of guidelines will go beyond what the law says. He has also conceded that my evidence is more qualified and less biased than places like his animal research blog. My authors have investigated the harms of animal abuse and not seeing it's not worth it. For instance, the reducing of suffering is nullified by animals that will always be outvoted by humans. The squirrel, because of some perceived effort they are tortured, the squirrel will never stop. Animal testing is not necessary. We use to stop some diseases, but it doesn't outweigh the harms of 7 million animals we know of. If we shouldn't use humans, then we cannot use animals for the same reasons. Animals have no rights, and the squirrel means if you treat them ethically now, it doesn't treat them ethically now. It allows for future exploitation. I don't need an alternative. I just support the rejection of the current system. I don't need an alternative to this debate, so that's why you should vote for me. Thanks, and it's been a great month.